Hey millionaire, gambling is great fun when you're winning. If you look like you're on a losing streak, it's always a good idea to stop. But not everyone is clever enough to do that. Some people see it as a perfect opportunity to keep going. And that's why we have this list. These are the dumbest gambling losses in history. You'll never believe how much money the person at number 1 threw away. Also, keep a lookout for a few celebrity appearances. Let's get to it. Number 13. Charlie Sheen. Our first of the dumbest gamblers is the former 2.5 Men star Charlie Sheen. Charlie, who we all know for his excessive lifestyle, admitted to gambling on sports betting at several U.S. sports books back in 2006. It was stated in divorce documents that Charlie spent 3 months betting $200,000 a week. Charlie Sheen managed to gamble away $2 million during those 3 months of madness. Some people just have too much money. Number 12. Gladys Knight. The iconic soul singer Gladys Knight carved her incredible career with hits that included When a Child is Born and License to Kill. However, this Empress of Soul had a blackjack addiction. She shared her experiences with gambling, saying that she would spend $40,000 each night at the blackjack and baccarat tables in the casinos. The 6-time Grammy Award winner lost over $6 million over the years. Number 11. Phil Ivey. The legendary poker professional Phil Ivey found himself involved in one of the highest-profile legal cases related to gambling ever. The legal dispute was with the Borgata Hotel Casino and Spa in Atlantic City. The World Series of Poker bracelet winner was accused of cheating on the baccarat tables in the casino. Even though the judge ruled that Ivey had not cheated and that no act of fraud had taken place, he was still required to return the $9.6 million winnings to the Borgata. This left the poker player millions of dollars out of pocket. Number 10. Frank Sirakakis. While on a trip to London in 1995, the heir of the Greek automobile company, Frank Sirakakis, decided to indulge in his favorite pastime of gambling. He gave in to temptation and bought chips worth $13 million at London's Crawford's Casino. Frank's game of choice was roulette, which he spent several hours playing. He may not have been one of those gamblers who lost it all, but he did lose every single chip in his possession. We still think he's a worthy addition to the list with his $13 million loss within a few hours. Sounds like a lot of money, right? We're just getting started. Keep watching for the really big losses. Number 9. Maureen O'Connor. Someone who has done quite well with risk management is Maureen O'Connor. She was serving as the mayor of San Diego when her gambling habits quickly spiraled out of control. Maybe her political hardwiring came in handy when she gambled over $1 billion. Still, her losses only ran to $13 million. O'Connor borrowed $2 million from her husband's charitable foundation and spent it all on video poker. While her gambling addiction is definitely not something to be admired, her political and professional career was based on merit. Everything she achieved came from hard work, and she has actually managed to pay her debt in full. Number 8. Kerry Packer. Australian billionaire Kerry Packer was one of the biggest whale gamblers in Las Vegas. The famous gambler and hero of the working class was well known for his generosity. There are plenty of stories from casino staff of him tipping enough money to pay off debts and mortgages. He was a popular figure in the casinos because he'd put arrogant big spenders in their place when they got disrespectful. Packer's weakness was his baccarat habit. It caught up with him in 2000 when he lost $13.6 million in 3 days. This may have only been a drop in the ocean for the billionaire, but it still warrants a mention because the huge sum of money was lost at the tables in only 72 hours. Number 7. Michael Vick. Michael Vick is a gambler who really lost it all, and not just financially. The former NFL player had a gambling issue that had him suspended from a highly illegal and unethical interstate dogfighting ring. The ring was also known as the Bad News Kennels and was funded by Vick. He had to reimburse $20 million of the $37 million he had received as a bonus because the money had been used to fuel an unethical gambling ring. Vick was also sentenced to 23 months for failing a drug and polygraph test, which led to the jury's opinion that he did not accept responsibility for his actions. So even though Vick has paid for his sins and is back in the public eye, he definitely falls into the category of gamblers who lost everything. Number 6. Harry Kakavas. Australian real estate salesman Harry Kakavas made his money selling houses on the Australian Gold Coast. Over 16 months, Kakavas played baccarat at the Melbourne Crown Casino, spending $1.43 billion. During this time, he incurred net losses worth an incredible $20.5 million. At the peak of his gambling, and was witnessed placing bets worth $300,000 per hand. On a different occasion, during a trip to Macau, he gambled away another $4 million in a single day. Even though he had no trouble spending those 16 months gambling, he definitely objected to the casino keeping the $20.5 million he lost. Kakavas tried to claim his losses back from the Melbourne Crown Casino in a lawsuit. He said they were aware of his gambling problem and still took advantage of him. Obviously, he lost the case and the subsequent appeal. Number 5. Charles Barkley. It's no secret that the Phoenix Suns ace has had a series of unfortunate brushes with gambling addiction. Barkley has no regrets and has always been open about his addiction. His games of choice were baccarat, dice, roulette, and blackjack, and he won at all of them a few times. But he also lost an estimated $30 million playing at different Las Vegas casinos. Reflecting on this, Barkley feels that you have to accept the good with the bad. Even though he had burned through most of his fortune, he does not owe any money and still loves the action and justice of the games. But I'm not so sure the loss was worth it. Number 4. Singaporean Businessman. Not much is known about this businessman, except for his major losses at the Marina Bay Sands and Resorts World Sentosa. Apparently, he lost up to $37 million playing at the casinos. What's the biggest loss you ever made at a casino? Let us know in the comments. Number 3. Archie Karas. Known for his appetite to play big, Archie Karas is one of the most iconic gamblers who lost it all. He arrived in Las Vegas in 1992 with $50 and later secured a $10,000 loan when he spotted a familiar face at the Mirage. This set the wheels in motion. He quickly turned that money into $30,000 playing with a 200 and 400 limit RAS. He then paid back $20,000 to his beneficiary. Over the next 2 years, he played poker intensely. Archie gradually grew his bankroll and went from looking for opponents to laying out his money and waiting. During this time, he played and won against many of the best players out there. He managed to collect an impressive $40 million in total. Archie's downfall began when he turned away from skill-based games and baccarat. It was a huge mistake. He managed to lose his $40 million in just 3 weeks. He said that money meant nothing to him and that all he wanted was health, freedom, love, and happiness. Good for him, but I'll bet $40 million wouldn't have hurt. Number 2. Singaporean Tycoon. Seems like the Singaporean gamblers like to play at the Marina Bay Sands and Resorts World Sentosa. And don't forget, it's one of the richest places on earth. One anonymous businessman based in Singapore, who reportedly appeared in a recent Forbes list of Singapore's top 40 richest people, lost $75 million during play. Yikes. And finally, the award for biggest loser goes to number 1. Terrance Watanabe. Terrance Watanabe definitely falls into the category of a gambler who lost a very substantial amount of their fortune. Watanabe inherited Oriental Trading Company in 1977, which he then sold in 2000. His gambling habits pushed him into extreme scenarios year after year. This losing streak is believed to be the biggest Las Vegas has ever seen. He tried suing the casino, saying that he was plied with vodka and highly addictive pills, and they allowed him to continue gambling when he was clearly intoxicated. He was ultimately ordered to pay his debt. On baccarat and blackjack, he racked up $127 million in losses at Caesar's Palace and the Rio after gambling over $825 million. Today, Watanabe has paid most of his debt, but he has been charged with 4 felony counts for refusing to pay the last $14 million. He faces 28 years in prison if convicted.